Welcome to Turn to Gaming, and today we'll be talking about the Stormblood hype. I am so ready for Stormblood, and once again, welcome to the channel, and thanks for watching. If you will, please like, subscribe, and I appreciate you. But yeah, today we'll be talking about the Stormblood hype. Me and my friends are really, it's right around the corner. We can feel it in the air. We're ready to level, grind, whatever you throw at us, bring it on. So yeah, as you guys will see, that the studio is finally coming along. I'm able to block out the background now. That's pretty awesome. But on to the video. So I've been playing 14 since it came out. I was currently playing 11 when it came out, but I've been playing it for about 3 years now, and it's came a long way. The first 14 flopped. They remade it into a Realm Reborn, and then it bloomed into this great thing that me and my friends enjoy a lot. So we're digging it. So with Stormblood coming up, I kind of hope a couple things change. The current game situation, the raids are great, but they're starting to get a little dulled down, after you grind them a million times. So after I've got 260 gear on all my characters, I'm ready for a new dungeons, raids, and everything like that, and everybody else is too. But the thing that I feel like it needs to leave the game right now, they need to get rid of Palace of the Dead, or at least nerf it, because it is attracting everybody to Quarry Mill, and people feel like that's the only real way to level in this game, instead of doing what we was doing at first, which was dungeon grinding. And you would be able to queue up in the duty finder and go do different dungeons to level up and stuff like that. And that's where the core of the game was, like that's now when you queue up for a duty finder, you might find a party fast, you might not. You can use the party finder, but I feel like Palace of the Dead is taking away from this beautiful game. You know what I mean? It's becoming I call it a plague, but for newer players, it gives. I see why they added it. They added it so the veteran players can play with the new players and level up together. I get the premise of why they made it, but at the same time, now people are over abusing it. Like, people are just using it to level up. You don't even have to get gear. You can go in there naked and grind your way from 1 to 50 naked, no gear at all. And I feel like not only is that hurting crafters, but it's not giving nobody a sense of, like, I'm going to get this new armor, to put on my character every couple levels. It's kind of making the game a little bit moot at this point, So yeah, I would be happy if they just got Palace of the Dead. At least nerf it. Like, hey, after about level 30 or 50, no more XP. You can get lore or poetic tomes or something like that, but you can't get no more XP. I wish they would do this. So I'm hoping someone from Square Enix hears this video to fix that, but that's enough about that. On to the next subject. My plans for the first few days of Stormblood. I have chosen. I don't understand why they put 2 DPS out right now. I feel like when you get on a DPS right now and you're trying to go into a dungeon, sometimes you wait 45 minutes to get into a random dungeon. Why would they add 2 more DPS? Like, people are gonna flock to Red Mage and Samurai. They're so popular, like, amongst the Final Fantasy community. So everybody's gonna want to level Samurai and Red Mage. Now, there will be a few people that are hardcore healers and tanks, so it'll alleviate some of the stress, but I would say about 75% of people are going to flock to Red Mage and Samurai to get it 50 to 70 in the first week, which will do horrible things to the queue times. So me and my friends, what we're going to do for the first day, a couple days, is I'm taking Warrior to 71st. That way I can kind of ignore the queue times. And then once I get to 70 on my Warrior, then my friend will switch to tank, and he'll start tanking, 60 to 70. And that's how we're going to get around the queue times. But I feel bad for people who are just going to try to get on their main DPS and try to go from 60 to 70. It's going to take them so long because of the queue time. And they said that they don't believe it will affect the queue times. I don't understand their logic at all. Like, we're already having bad queue times now as it is, with the current game. Like I said, some nights I wait 15 to 30 minutes on a DPS to get into a dungeon or to something. Most people just run off the Palace of the Dead. But I like to do, the dungeons and go explore different things and do different things. But I don't understand their logic on that one. I really don't. At least they should have did. They said that they had studies saying people did healing and tanking jobs more. But I've never seen a DPS. Like, I've seen DPS be in need one time. Out of 3 years of playing, that was one day that a DPS was in need. I've never seen a healer be in need. But tanks is always. For some reason, the duty finder and the roulettes and everything, there's always a tank in need. So that's why I tank now to get around the queue times if I want to play the game. I don't want to wait 45 minutes to get stuck and wait for a dungeon. So, I just don't see their logic on that one. But that's how we're gonna get up, level up the first few days. Try to manipulate tanking. What to expect? What do I expect of Stormblood? I will honestly be happy if Stormblood is equal to Heaven's Ward. Heaven's Ward was phenomenal to me. Like, I enjoyed it from point A to point B. Like, the whole scenario. Yeah, there was a couple of points where it felt like I was running from one NPC to the other. But I had to run away from that guy. He was making too much noise. Free company. But yeah, and now I lost my train of thought. As long as it's equal to Heaven's Word, I'm happy with that. And they usually do a great job. And Stormblood, they're bringing samurais and all these Oriental things. So I think that's going to intrigue certain people on that aspect. Swimming, I can't wait to swim. And Yoshi P already said that he's thinking about Blitzball and different games and things to put in the swimming world. So I'm kind of really thinking that's going to be awesome. I really have high hopes for that, but you never know. First, we're going to have to get all those Aether Currents. They're going to do it. They did it for flying, so they're going to do it for swimming. What I would say people should do for the majority of it, stay on the main story path. The main story will help you get to 70 along the way. Like all those story quests, it will add up to a majority of your EXP to 70. It'll get you one job to 70 kind of quick. Then you're going to have to find an alternative way to kind of get your other jobs up. So that's, that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm kind of bad queue times. Great story. Now for jobs, I'm kind of sad a little bit. They made Red Mage really flashy. Like all of its abilities have this flair, and like these abilities, like they're healing and casting black magic and lotus flowers flying everywhere, and it's just looking like a phenomenal spectation. Like this grand thing that's happening. And Samurai is kind of a little bit plain. I'm still gonna level Samurai. I mean, after I do my tank job, but it's not as flashy as Red Mage, and I feel like everybody's gonna flock towards Red Mage a little bit more than Samurai. I honestly feel like they could have made Red Mage. They could have made it kind of like Summoner and Scholar, where you could flip between a DPS and a healer. I feel like they could have. I feel like they could have worked that out, and at least it would have been able to put another healer in the game. But it would have also kind of helped on queue times a little bit and stuff like that. Scholar has its benefits. Take Scholar up and boom, you got a DPS and a healer. And I feel like they could have did that to Red Mage. But Samurai, it just doesn't look as flashy as the other one. That's about the only bad thing I could honestly say. I heard it's a phenomenal job. I heard it has a lot of AoEs, and the damage is really there. People are calling it the new monk. So I'm looking forward to leveling Samurai. I just think they need to throw Palace of the Dead. Throw it away. We used it. We got it. We did it. Whatever. No, but they're talking about putting another. They're talking about putting another Palace of the Dead in, and I'm just like, no, I don't even want this. I don't even want the one we got now. So, what? But I would recommend people. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to finish my anima weapon, but whatever. Hopefully they don't scrap the anima idea and make a whole new, relic. Hopefully you can just kind of keep going with the anima quest, because I'm starting to get into the anima stuff, and I don't want to throw away something I've just been working on. I'm almost finally done with the crystal sands and all that stuff, and then I have the singing clusters already, so I got the next couple phases done. So hopefully they don't just toss away the relics. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody's just, you can feel it coming. Like it's gonna be a great few days. Hopefully there's no server errors. I really hope that they have their head screwed on right this time and be like, hey, this DLC will be big. We've been promoting the crap out of this. We know that it's gonna sell. We should make sure there's servers for days and at least maintenance on staff to handle any maintenance problems they have, and the servers don't go down. That's why I feel like they gave us the early access, so if something goes wrong, they can fix it real quick and try to be like, hey, we haven't released the game yet, this is just early access, blah blah blah. You can't really penalty us for that. That's just a corporation thing that they do. But yeah, that's my expectations on Stormblood, and everybody should be getting hyped, man. Let's get these level 70s, and well, I haven't talked about crafting. Crafting wise, I've got most of my crafters to 50, 60 now. I don't have them all. I really wish I was able to finish them all. Most of them are 50 and above. Still need to do armor, but I have a healing, DPS, and a tanking role, which I think everyone should do that because it makes you more versatile to be able to get into parties and do more things. You can kind of fit in to do things. If they have too many DPS, you can switch to a tank or a healer. So I feel like everybody should do a tank, healing, and a DPS class. And some of my friends don't craft, but I would recommend crafting. At least enough to repair your stuff, and try to make gil, along the way, or gold. You should do some crafting because you need an income on this game. So if you want to go out and buy nice little things, you can do that for yourself. But people do get money through battling and dungeons and stuff like that too. So I craft and do my couple jobs. So I think that's it, everyone. That's my ideas on Stormblood. Please look forward to it. I'm gonna stream me preparing for the last few days before Stormblood. We still got about 4 days to prepare. I'm about to craft and everything and get those collectibles to turn in and rush myself to 70 as a crafter, but also follow the storyline. So stay tuned, guys, and subscribe, like, and thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.